Dakpo versus Grim Turtle. So I guess let's talk a little bit about some goals here. Dakpo is going to take Diddy and utilize the peel as much as possible and try to obstruct movement for Captain Falcon. Falcon, being the wild stallion, wants to roam freely all throughout the stage, but by contesting that, you've contested his movement. And a lot of what Falcons try to do, play the running game, go for the grabs, get the aerial combos. They want to launch their opponent, throw them up in the air, and use these awesome up airs to continue to rack up percentage and stage control.
Yeah, absolutely. And in particular, what you're saying about Falcon, some of his best tools revolve around his mobility onto the stage. That's why when Dakpo gets Grim Turtle into the corner, it helps him so much because he takes one of Falcon's best offensive tools completely out of the picture.
He corrals the wild stallion. He forces him into a corner and says, you don't get to move as much unless I let you. But of course, that is only as good as the walls that you put up around a stallion like Captain Falcon. Punish opportunity here. Here's the grab. Takes it up to the top platform. Because he had low latency off of that up air, he was able to try to set up for the grab immediately after.
Single grab into a quick grab afterwards. Very strong, but Dakpo able to find the up smash. Now, we have been seeing a bit more Captain Falcon presence, whether it's somebody like Fatality, for instance, surprising everybody with his amazing performance in Civil War, or even Kashmir with how well he did at Frame Perfect Series 2. So this character is someone who I think is still very much being developed, is by no means solved, and every single person that I see play obviously has like a different element of flair and a unique way of carrying that particular character to achieve their particular goals.
It's really fun to watch. But it seems like Dakpo has been doing a great job of just keeping it simple, holding stage control, not having to take any massive risks here. Whoa.
That was actually a really interesting option. Dakpo was sitting in his shield on that platform, and what Grim Turtle was hoping to do was use the command grab on that Falcon dive in order to get a potential KO. F-Smash connecting onto the Raptor Boost recovery, and this is just trademark Diddy Kong against Falcon, trademark Dakpo, not giving Grim Turtle any space to recover and not letting him get back onto the stage for free.
Look at that. Look at how creative Dakpo was when he came back up to the stage. But all because he's trying to keep Falcon in his shield, try to see if he can move himself back onto the stage. But again, 81% here. Yeah, and Dakpo's been playing super consistently.
But this is, of course, like the percentage where Falcon really finds a lot of victories. At these lower percents, you can find really nice damage-racking combos, and in the mid-percents, you can do something like a falling up air into knee to outright end the game. So this is by no means over. This game is incredibly close, maybe a lot closer than folks at home may be considering.
It all depends on how Grim Turtle gets started. It's the engine, right? Once you get everything running, sure, it's a little cold right now, but once you heat everything up and you get moving, it's like moving a truck. It starts to slowly gain momentum, and the game's harder and harder to stop.
I'd say he's definitely heating up right now. Maybe Dakpo feels the pressure, had the right idea on the up smash, but Grim Turtle, really good spot dodge, able to avoid getting hit by it.
All right, going for the grab. Here's the opportunity. Grim Turtle looking to back up. No, just stays it there. The idea here, again, trying to corral his opponent, not allow him the amount of options that are there. Dakpo with the rising fair, contesting Grim Turtle, clearing space, clearing the runway. This is so tense.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the tension. Dakpo swinging a bit wildly right now. He needs to find some sort of way to get the knockdown so it's a bit safer and he doesn't have to rely on that hard rate up air.
God, that was close.
And so interesting the way that that sequence played out too. You saw him pull the peel mid-air, and off of that he was actually able to land the up air.
That was really clutch. Oh man. Dakpo holding it together even at those last moments. As we were starting to see the momentum coming from Grim Turtle, that was terrifying. I wonder if Grim Turtle is going to consider, what do you, well, I guess there's a couple of things that I want to know. Is like, Grim Turtle, do you feel like, was there any particular moment that he saw himself turning the corner, so to speak? I feel like it was one of those moments where he managed to get that initial down throw that led to those conversions that took him up to the platforms, that he said, okay, this is mine. I have a chance.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it sounds silly, but I think that when you're Falcon and you take off that initial stock that's just sitting at such a high percent, you're able to cash that out. That's when you're able to kind of go back to playing your game, because Yeah, Falcon in general is a character who really excels whenever they're able to find those low percentage KOs more than anything else, and isn't nearly as strong whenever they have to play the long game with someone necessarily.
That goes so... Okay, there's a couple of things that I like that are unfortunate or tough that Falcon has to deal with, but down tilt from Diddy does a good job of shutting down Falcon as he's getting back onto the stage, especially if he overshoots. So that's been great, and because of that, you also get the denial aspect of it. Oh gosh.
This is looking like a completely different game. Grim Turtle, he's definitely woken up. Even if he didn't get that last game, he's looking so solid here. He'll get the grab, not going to be getting a whole lot off of it afterwards. Dakpo, he's the one who's actually not having any stage control here, but the Raptor boost, bit of a commitment from GT.
Dakpo doing a great job of just trying to throw out multiple options for Grim Turtle to get around. Sharking below the platforms, making sure that he builds up percentage, and Falcon doesn't really get any sense of security. Down tilt. The idea here is just Dakpo is consistently throwing Falcon off the stage and whittling down his health.
And this is, again, one of those percents where Falcon doesn't necessarily get a whole lot off of the grab, but the Gentleman will be enough to actually take the stock. You know, I was expecting maybe a back air or something like that, but what GT saw was, hey, if I just get my opponent off stage, I get them, and I force them to have to get onto the ledge, then it's checkmate.
GT has an opportunity here. He's been contested for his ledge play for quite a bit. Wow, the up smash not killing there. Opportunity here for Dakpo. Tries to go it again. This time it would be a little bit more stale, hoping that percentage that he built up from a couple of these normals is working to his advantage.
This is still scary if you're Dakpo in particular. You have to remember that at these lower percentages, it's a playground for Falcon, especially on Battlefield.
Yeah, these platforms really do help him run amok. Down tilt up smash gets the last hit that he needs. 60% though, Dakpo. He's got to figure out how to hold it together. Grim Turtle now, staying at the edge, not trying to do anything crazy. Ooh, jab grabs, okay, I see you.
Very clean. But again, of course, with this particular percent, it might be a little bit awkward for GT to actually close the stock out. Turns out that he might be looking for something like a back air. That move is so fast and so strong.
Here's an opportunity. Knows that Dakpo is approaching. Loses the invulnerability here. Dakpo's got to move. Okay, we're good. Back throw. Reversal of fortune. Oh, no punish here. But now 44% built up. Oh, he does the grab release. He was going for the hug. Interesting. There's a lot of unique things that we're seeing that Grim's doing that makes me excited. Okay. This is so tense, guys. He's got it. He's got positioning.
Watch Dakpo punish that next time, because we've seen that a couple of times where Dakpo will be sitting in shield at the platform, and GT will instinctively go for the Falcon dive, and I'm expecting Dakpo having some sort of setup for that. Instead, down smash coming through. GT needs to make this recovery in order to stay in the winner's side of this pool.
Back throw. Opportunity here. Some of these guys go for back airs as well as these percentages.
And this time, Dakpo actually adapting, dropping down slightly and then rising with the forward air to contest the jabs that are coming at the ledge.
Oh, he's not getting punished yet. He's got pretty close, though. Dakpo has a chance here. No, what's into the jab? Whoa! If he had pressed grab a bit earlier, there's a chance that Dakpo might have been grabbed. The spacing. This is, again, the same scenario as last time. Everything on this. Bet on black. Everything.
Gentlemen, not quite enough. The jab sequence. This time, however, it will be more than enough. GT sending this series into game number 3. Dallas versus Houston tied up at 1 apiece. You can't ask for more here, Nebs.
What a battle of attrition. That goes down to the last bit, the last hit, the last decision, last stock.
And that's an uphill battle for Grim Turtle, to be frank. Because when you look at Falcon and you look at Diddy Kong is one of those characters who's so adept at playing the long game because of tools like the banana peel. Falcon, on the other hand, not so much. Like we said, they gain most of their advantages in the early and mid game, but whenever it comes to the extended late game, Falcon doesn't necessarily have the best tool set in order to consistently capitalize.
Yeah, he definitely struggles in finding that. He almost has arthritis in some ways. But I wonder what adjustments we're going to be seeing. Dakpo definitely someone who's very cerebral, very smart about the game, and he does have a couple of characters in his pocket.
Yeah, he does have the Luigi, for instance, as well as a ZSS, but this is a Diddy Kong that he's been working on for quite some time. So it's nice to see him just stick to his guns.
Okay. Next game. Taking it back to Smashville, the classic.
Up smash, catching the roll from Grim Turtle. And this is kind of what we can expect from this matchup, is just this offensive back and forth between the two. With Dakpo, he's going to be getting a couple hits for some decent damage, but when GT gets in, bam!
It's pretty ridiculous. Dakpo instead now choosing to just surrender stage control, protect the percentage, not take the risk, not have to throw himself off stage. Whoa, risky. But doesn't get punished as heavily.
You're seeing the adaptation from Grim Turtle. Instead of going straight for the jab sequence, he actually is turning around and doing back airs to try and trade with Dakpo whenever he comes up with a rising fair off ledge. These players, they're both starting to get a handle on each other's habits. Great recovery, but Dakpo there with even better coverage.
Yes, absolutely. Trying to see, okay, this is the one opportunity that he has. It seems pretty nice. And it's the first level of, yeah, if I need to get back, I would love to use this platform. That double jump, so important there. Great roll in, but the punish, perfectly placed.
Quick segment of aerials, like you mentioned before, it is almost a bit of arthritis on the side of Falcon with this kind of a percentage, but the down tilt is going to say otherwise. That was such a surprise. He hasn't done this all set.
That's true. Dakpo then overshooting and staying just above the lip of the stage, leaving himself available for that down tilt.
That was so interesting how Dakpo actually used the F tilt of all options to extend the combo, but whenever you have that elevator, the platform moving in the direction of where you're sending your opponent, I suppose it helps, a little bit of extra reach.
Grim Turtle holding this advantage. He doesn't want to surrender much here. He already has this percentage built up. And with Diddy, it's not going to take much to remove this recovery. Just like this, an opportunity here, drop down back air. No, instead chooses to not get trumped, buffering the ledge option.
All right. Dakpo's getting good hits. He's getting a good amount of stage control too, but this is far from over. Grim Turtle, still able to survive here. Falcon, a bigger body, a bit beefier than you'd expect. Able to sustain some of these hits a bit better. Back throw, and that's actually just going to do it. So from the ledge, Dakpo gets the knockdown with the peel, sets himself up in a great position to get the grab, and ends up taking that set 2-1 over Grim Turtle. But even in that moment, I could even see it in Dakpo's face and his expression. He's still holding his breath. With a player like Grim Turtle and a character like Falcon, it feels like you're always in the danger zone, even whenever the percent difference is as high as it is.
It's really scary when you play against a particularly good Falcon, because if they can, a lot of people have to figure out how they're supposed to DI effectively against a Falcon, because if you do it incorrectly, you're eating a lot of damage.